Hello, welcome to the Fillersophical podcast. I'm your host, Dave Jordan, and today I'm joined by Emon, Lou, and Luca.
Hello.
Hello.
So the full house is here today, and today we do our monthly Attack on Titan chapter review, but we thought we'd make it like a bit of like a special type thing because of the fact that the anime's out as well, and it seems to be full Attack on Titan season right now with the finale coming up and the anime airing. So today we'll be talking a bit about chapter 135, but also we're going to discuss our kind of our opinions on the first episode and kind of what we think about it going forward as manga readers. But yeah, let's start with chapter 135. I mean, straight away we get the first plot twist, which is about Ymir and the pigs. But the more I went on Twitter today, though, the more I realised I was the only one surprised by this. Everyone, I was like losing my mind about this, right? And I went on Twitter and everyone was like, well, you know, it just got confirmed. Like, everyone thought it. And I was like, well, I didn't. But yeah, it turns out...
We prefer to see the good in people.
Yeah, I'm like, now I think about it, it's like a proper Attack on Titan twist, so I should have saw it coming. But yeah, the fact that Ymir let the pigs out, it wasn't even like, you know... But then I thought about it more today, and I was like, you know what? Even though she let the pigs out, probably hunting her down like a wild animal was a bit of a harsh sentence for that. So either way, it's a bit deep.
I mean, she just wants to get revenge on the world.
Well, she was, yeah, those damn pigs. Yeah. Honest to God, when you think it all started because of the damn pigs. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what to make of that. I don't know if we'll get any more of Ymir. I was talking a bit to Luca about it yesterday, but it was like, will we get more of Ymir's like kind of story, her side of things, or is it a bit too late in the day for it? That's the question. But I
mean, we still can, but it can't be too long.
Yeah. Also, well, one thing is the fact they so it got confirmed that Volume 34, Volume 33 just come out of Attack on Titan. Volume 34 will be the final one. So people were saying there's going to be minimum 3 chapters left, maybe more, because obviously final chapters can be, or final volumes can be a bit longer. So maybe extended. One of them could be, you know, like it depends on how fast this last bit goes now. But 3 chapters is still quite short.
To wrap up the series.
To wrap it up, yeah. But we'll have to see. I imagine they might even do like a special thing after, but that's...
So they reckon by March then?
Yeah, that's
basically what people are
they're
thinking.
saying minimum March. So I think they're based on the fact of how many chapters are in a normal volume. And based on the fact there's one left, there should only be 3 chapters left. But sometimes, you know, like Bleach and that, they have like, their final one has like a few more chapters. Yeah, it might like have like 2, so it might be 3 to 5 months or something, like 3 to 5 chapters left, which is longer than I thought we had left based on what they were saying, but it's still like pretty, you know, leaves a bit of time with the chapters and how much they seem to be packing into them lately. But no, that's what I'm wondering myself because they keep showing about Ymir, and I feel like she is going to be like the final kind of enemy potentially. Like final boss. I mean,
yeah, we'll talk about that towards the end of the chapter.
Talk about that. Yeah. But yeah, it starts off anyway. And they defeat the Beast Titan, and surprise, surprise, Zeke's not in there.
It's a hollow.
It's a hollow, yeah, literally. And then,
it's a fake.
No, that means when they realise that we can't find Zeke at all, they just set for Plan B, which is basically nuke the fucker with Armin. And Armin's and then Armin's like, well, even if I don't hit Eren, it will like clear enough space for us to either find Zeke or Eren. But obviously, like, then they start like debating it and stuff, like because obviously everyone's around, so he wants them to escape on the cart Titan, but then he gets what do you call it? Jean actually says, "Don't worry about him." Like, Jean's like, "If we don't get away, we don't get away," kind of thing.
Kill or die.
Yeah. It's like at this point, humanity on the line.
They get jumped by the
that Titan. I don't even know what
historical.
One of the historical ones. Yeah, and So I thought it was just like, you know, it being Japan type deal. Like in terms of like the weird kind of tongue bit, and I was like, that's a bit strange. But then I read, I was like,
let's just say it seemed a bit hentai.
It did seem a bit.
Armin basically gets tongued.
Tongued is fully, and
it's like a season 1 Armin moment again.
Yeah. And but
Hori had to get all the tags in.
I mean,
Yeah, we did get all the tags, you know.
But
He's hit every fan base now.
Then someone explained to me how maybe it was so like he couldn't bite even if he wanted to. But I was like, they just wanted to put that hentai bit in. But yeah, it is what it is.
They just wanted to see Armin get suffocated, if we're being honest.
I mean, they could have done it in other ways, I feel. But
I mean, we're the climax of humanity.
This was not the time.
Yeah, like the Cart Titan has just bitten Rhino out before, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
They don't have to use their tongues.
No, that is true. That is true. Any kind of cutting that. But to be fair, yeah, like they bring that up later. But then he sees Ymir at that point as well. So already he's starting he's starting to put pieces together about it. But then we are left. What was it?
Smart boy.
Oh yeah, so he gets taken away, and then they're looking over, and then all the Titans start spawning and stuff.
Turn up.
Yeah, and it's like
you see the
as Levi said that he was heading towards the Titans' arse. So
yeah, I was like, wow, this is really out of context. Someone's just been tongued and now they're talking about arses. Like, what the hell is going on?
Oh, crude as ever. Oh man, but and then we panned to Marley and what's his name? I'm going to butcher his name because I've never actually heard it said, but Onyankon?
The pilot. He's still alive.
Yeah, the one.
He's still breathing.
Yeah.
Somehow alive.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I was like, everyone dies in Attack on Titan. That was like his moment, but
not him.
Not him. But no, he's unconscious, and obviously Annie's father's there and stuff. Well, I don't even think she still doesn't know he's still alive. She just presumes he's dead.
No, yeah, she doesn't.
And obviously Rayna's mum is watching on as well, and probably the others. But
and we see all the things, don't we? Is that before or after?
That was after. It was just about the I was going to say that Marley people like preparing to support him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because they're like, well, we've only got a few cannons
they're talking
left.
about the cannons, the 3 cannons left.
And he's like, well, we've got to do everything we can, which is fair, you know.
We're gonna die. We might as well die fighting.
Yeah. At least help.
Which is a very un-Marley thing to say.
Exactly. You see how much like
some of the most scum people I've ever seen in an anime or manga series. So
not everyone's the same. That's the story of Attack on Titan, I guess.
They are finally learning, I suppose. They're learning that
it only took apocalyptic
It only took a man turning into the weirdest thing I've ever seen, which is basically just a massive man with bones. There's no like skin on the Eren anymore. No, but it's weird, and it's basically he's got an army of giants that's destroying a planet, and they're like, oh wait, hold on a sec, genocide or we help each other? Which one?
Or we get along.
I wonder which one you're gonna choose.
Oh man.
You can throw that in the tag now as well. Genocide
season. Jesus Christ, Aaron. Oh my god. But yeah, then like, as Lou said earlier, we come back and all of a sudden we've got all the other Titans I've got to contend with now.
The like we were saying, the old armored Titan that looks like the thing from Fantastic Four.
They got like I've been debating all day.
I reckon its armor's still better than Rayna's.
Right, yeah. I was thinking,
more durable.
I would think that armored Titan, like if it was the same, would be very similar no matter what. Like other than hair. And that would be it. Because you'd think all the armor would be made of the same stuff. Not like, oh, he's old, so he has caveman rock. Thing-looking thing. But no,
I hate how mangakas like can pull out all these sick designs just for like fodder characters.
That's true.
I actually despise it.
They must just go all out like for them, or like not all out, but like in terms of, like they're like, well, I couldn't use this design before because they said it was shocking my editor, so I'm gonna throw it on this fodder character.
I found a way to cram it in. This was all of Isayama's old plans for what the Titans were going to look like.
Honestly, maybe. But no, what is it? They had some weird ones in there, though. Like as you said, that thing one.
That jaw one looks like a crocodile.
Yeah, like is it jaw? Is it beast Titan? I'm guessing jaw. Like you said,
I think jaw because there's
the deal.
There was one that
was
comes up
creepy as fuck.
There was one that comes up and he's got like really weird teeth, like really.
If I remember right, they were shown on the opening 4, whatever.
Yeah, no, opening 3, the Saga one. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because they had them like when they were running, weren't they?
Yeah, they're all running, and then even like as you just said, the crocodile one actually has its own shot in the opening. I saw that earlier. I was like,
oh no, I think this one might be the. I don't know what this one was. You know the one that's the time that's about to eat Connie, and he's got all the really weird teeth.
Oh yeah.
That could be
I didn't know whether that could have been the jaw.
That could be the dancer though.
Yeah. But to be fair,
that's...
but you got to remember, there's not just one of each. There's more than one.
No, yeah.
Historically, there is a lot of them. Yeah. So.
Like the bit I was just about to talk about was when what is it? Obviously I think we pan back.
And you got the female Titan there.
Female Titans there. We've got a couple of Warhammer Titans. I think the Warhammer Titan designs are sick. Like I love the Warhammer Titans.
Warhammer's already sick enough as it is. Like.
Yeah. Then we have Levi basically saying that even in his best shape, he wouldn't take all these on. Like in terms like he wouldn't risk it. I reckon he could, but no, he said he wouldn't risk it. But
I reckon he'd at least catch a few bodies.
He'd catch a few bodies, wouldn't he? Yeah.
Oh, definitely. After what you did to Zeke,
Zeke,
but if it was 9 Zeeks, I think he'd win.
He would, yeah, right, yeah. This is it. The Warhammer ones are the ones that are most, I think, annoying almost. Like if they've got like a brain kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, the base.
Armor
and then Piet has a very good moment.
But no,
these.
even Levi though in that moment says to Mikasa, because he knows Mikasa's basically the carry right now, like the one that can do what he could do, kind of thing, the closest. And he basically tells us like, calm down, like don't just go in, kind of thing. But
don't lose all composure now.
Yeah. Well, after obviously that odds being stacked against him, Piet goes to her plan B, I should say, of just basically going
all out.
Yeah, which goes straight for Eren, like Eren's nape kind of thing, and just blowing it up.
She's got like the deck. Yeah. She's got like all bombs attached to her.
Yeah.
She gets forked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she got like impaled.
Yeah, and it was the Warhammer Titan from the before. I can't remember the character's name. Feel bad, but the one from the Mali arc.
Yeah.
Which was cool to see again because that was one of the coolest Titans, to be fair, in my opinion. But no, it was sick to see her again. And then
before he used Galad as a nut crusher.
And the nut crusher, that bit was so good in Mali, man. I can't wait to see that in the anime. But anyway, the what was I saying? Oh, well, with the Cart Titan like looking pretty immobile regardless right now. I'm like, that's like their escape now gone, because that was the idea, was that like Armin would go off and they could escape potentially on the Cart Titan, and now the Cart Titan's kind of in a bit of a pickle. And she's anything but mobile right now.
Well, fortunately, they do have a second escape by the end of the
chapter. That is true. That is true.
And hopefully, people have worked it out. Because it's one of the most foreshadowed things after watching the first episode of the anime.
Bro. What was it? But yeah, about that time, Reyna also gets attacked by Galliard, which I know Luca was pretty happy to see again, or at least see the Titan.
Love his design.
Yeah, the design's like pretty good. That's really Galliard's mid, but the Titan is nice.
Yeah.
Ymir deserved that Titan. A good character with a good Titan would have been nice.
Yeah. It would have been better to have the dancer for her.
Yeah. That one's kind of a bit ugly, I can't lie. Ymir kind of missed that one.
Do you know what it is, though? It kind of sums up Reiner as well. Like, how is Reiner getting taken out by someone who's mid?
Well,
because Reiner's even worse than mid.
Reiner's worse than mid, but he's got more armor. And that armor can't even survive a scratch from fucking Galliard.
Yeah. He's like, oh, my eyes.
Yeah. But yeah, so he gets attacked. Jean goes to help but doesn't realise he's got his own jaw Titan behind him, which Levi then saves him from. Levi, what a guy. Love him. But no, they that's when Levi basically reminds them, like, look, you got to keep your head straight. We need Armin, otherwise we have no chance of winning. We'll just straight up die.
Levi was very clutch in saving two of them.
Yeah, he was in his condition. But I tell you what, though,
I can't believe Connie. How long he was dangling.
That was fucking crazy. Like, what is it? So, yeah, we get a hint at where Armin is, like, kind of like in the void place where he's getting transported.
Yeah, so
and he sees
he has an inner discussion.
Yeah, he kind of realizes that. So originally it was like he thought Eren might have changed Ymir's kind of thought thing, like in terms of like Ymir originally was just like meant
Ymir's
to Ymir's will, but now it's like he realizes she wants to destroy humanity as well.
Yeah, so it's her ambitions that are corrupting Eren, if anything.
Exactly,
You know?
And that sends him into a bit
not.
yeah, maybe. But
I mean, logically, I would think it would be Ymir controlling everything from the city.
Yeah, but I need more answers about that.
We'd like to think so. Yeah, it's true.
Like, her whole thing, even in like that little flashback we got at the beginning, is always freedom. Like,
Yeah.
But why is ending humanity freedom? Like, is it the same freedom that like kind of Eren wishes for as well, or is that Ymir's influence? Like, there's so much to like discuss about. Like,
it's hard to define.
Did Eren ever want freedom? This is it.
I think he did. I think that is why.
I think they definitely want freedom, but it's just their definition, like you said, the definition of what freedom is to them.
Yeah. This is it. And it's like, I don't know how much of like what's going on now is influenced by Ymir, or is it vice versa, kind of thing. Like,
and how much of
technically from Eren's perspective, he wanted to let the group survive.
5. Yeah, this is it.
So that's his sense of freedom. Whereas obviously with Ymir, she was the whole of humanity gone.
But there's so much things like Eren basically says that like you've made the decision now, it's not on me if you come to me. Like, that's what he said in the other chapter, kind of thing. But it's like Eren knew though.
If you
like,
try to stop me,
refuse,
I'll kill you.
Like Eren literally says in the moment where he finds Armin dead before he eats Colossal, he literally says to him like, you are like the most heroic person I know. You would never back down. So he knew he would come. Like he knew it. Like So
like he knew. Like
he knew he would just sit in paradise while the whole world was getting destroyed. Like
exactly.
Also, like Eren has had so much time with the Attack Titan and its like memory ability.
Yeah.
He's clearly
probably a bit confused.
mastered it from what we've seen with him and Zeke. So. It would baffle me if Eren had like absolutely no idea or inkling as to how this would go. No,
you're right. You're absolutely right. Maybe he's seen into the future like that other Eren did. Like maybe he knows what's going down, but from the future Attack of Titan's perspective, that would be interesting. No multiverse. We're not getting into this.
I was going to say, especially when when Luke was saying like you think that Eren would know how it sort of turns out, especially if you read the flashback with Zeke when they're first in the past and they're going through all the stuff with Grisha.
Yeah.
When Grisha's talking to Zeke, he's like, Eren succeeds. Like he what he wants comes true, if that makes sense. Like his goal is inevitable. So even Grisha with the attack Titan saw how it would end. So I'd expect Eren to know how it's going to end.
As well. Yeah, this is all part of the plan. But like, is it a master plan? Because then all of a sudden we got was it chapter 1-3? Oh, was it 3-2 or 3-1? Where it was the freedom one, and it seemed like all of a sudden he was brainwashed, like Eren. Like, and then it seemed like we were only looking at Eren as well in that whole chapter. So when someone's like beside themselves and they're not talking to anyone else, it's usually their real feelings. And he seemed pretty deluded in that one. But yeah, there's so much to look at, and like but Armin seems to be pushing this agenda now that it's Ymir kind of thing.
As long as Armin has faith, I will have faith.
Yeah, well, to be fair, that's not too different from Eren's perspective. He even says that he thinks Armin's going to be the one to save humanity. So if this is what he means by that, actually, like, his overall thing.
In some weird ways, I get Code Geass vibes from that.
I know, yeah. This is the thing. I'm getting them. Like, I'm like, will they end it the same way? Because that's kind of.
No, I mean, I can't see the same.
I don't think that
because of how much damage has been caused already.
That was my original theory about that kind of thing. That like he would, like for everyone else.
Villain.
Yeah, but now I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't think it will be.
I'm not sure now.
Yeah. I feel like Isama's going to say completely different. But who knows? Maybe. Maybe.
Also, like, in terms of going back to Ymir and her, we don't know what effect being, like, when she became a Titan and whatever that, if, like, that parasite or whatever it is, whatever effect that has on her.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know anything really about that. Like,
I know, we don't know where the origin.
She became a Titan. Like, what if that is a life form in itself that can control her?
That seems
Do you know what I mean? Like what if that thing is influencing her?
That's the thing, is that we still got so much. Like we don't know where that power came from. Like, there's fucking loads of theories online about it. Like, is it like otherworldly? Is it like some kind of life organism? Like, is it the actual devil, as they said, like making a deal with the devil type deal? Like, there's
Possibly.
loads of theories about it, but then it all like is like connects
I would
to the past.
be really, 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 really like, what the hell if it was otherworldly?
Otherworldly, yeah. That was like one thing.
Yeah, I would feel like that
the past kind of
like,
is. Like, in terms of like, the past is so supernatural, it's crazy. Like, and where does that all like originate from? There's so many questions, but I don't know if we'll ever get them answers. That's the thing.
I feel like it could be the devil or something along them lines, because you always see that picture of.
But that's how they interpret
with
it.
That is how they interpret it. That's how the story goes.
That's how,
in terms of like, that's how they were taught about it, if that makes sense, or that's how they were.
And that's how I'm guessing that's how Ymir kind of said about it, like how she got the powers. But how much is true, we never know, because we always get different stories from different sides. The only concrete stuff we've got is like the Ymir flashbacks and stuff like that. But even that,
I do think we will get another flashback.
I'm thinking.
I think we'll get a flashback with that.
Yeah.
Explaining what actually happened, the origin of the Titan power.
Yeah. I hope we kind of do, but then at the same time, this ends bit, man. Depends how many chapters, isn't it? There's like 5 chapters.
In that chapter, you literally just see her basically like not drowning, but she falls into that like the water.
Yeah.
And then like it like merges with her.
Yeah.
We don't know, or like we don't know what actually happens in that scene at all, or.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. She just gets that power, and then it's perceived in the future as devil. So
yeah, I do think they've got to cover it. I feel like
he will. Isayama usually like anything I usually don't think will get explained, kind of thing. Isayama tends to explain by the end, and I'm like, we're so close to the end now. But I agree. I think we might actually get it.
Yeah, it will probably be some sort of parallel to the Adam and Eve Apple story. You know?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty sick. That makes sense for Isayama.
Bit like, do you reckon it's a bit like Pandora's box?
I don't know much about Pandora's box, if I'm honest with you, boys.
is Pandora's box not the one where like she opened it and then there was like all like taboo and like
maybe
harm that fell upon them?
Well, that would make sense because Isayama just wants to cast. He has Pandora's box actually. He just wants to cause harm to us.
I swear it's like a curse sort of thing.
Probably. I mean, Ymir's curse. It would make sense if it is. I'll have to read more into that. But it is. I reckon he probably is going down one of them fucking routes. Like, honestly.
I always get confused with Pandora's box and the science one with the cat.
Science one.
Is it like Schrodinger's cat?
What?
No, Schrodinger's a separate thing.
Yeah, no, but when I was younger, I used to get them confused.
Whose cat is this? We're not getting cats in on the Titan. I've had enough. No more Titans. We've had the fucking.
Hey, we could get a cat Titan.
We could get a cat Titan.
I mean, you just call it Kitten or something, and it turns into a cat.
We don't need any more furries.
We don't need. No, it's true. We've got the Beast Titan. That is enough.
Or winged creatures.
No more winged creatures.
Oh, shame we got one.
Yeah, that's true.
I cannot wait for the Hawks crossover because it's going to be crazy.
Don't
when he turns in
Hawks right now. I've had enough. We're not getting on My Hero today. I'm not ready for that argument. Anyway, we're talking about Armin.
You've opened up Pandora's box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
No, we're not talking about that.
You're talking about Armin and Ymir.
A tangent of Armin was in there. He saw Ymir. He's like, it's hopeless, and then he sees Bert. And Bert's
yeah, that's it. The end.
That is it.
Move on.
No, he was it crying from the left eye, which is interesting because that's the same thing he was doing before when he first turned to a colossal titan and saw him in colossal form.
I found it interesting how he actually aged as well. Inside
he looked different, right? Yeah, I'm not sure if that was just Isayama's art style or if that was like genuinely like.
No, I think he did look older, like.
But
definitely.
He does look older.
It makes me wonder though, like, so he's crying, so signal sadness, right? Like, so
he knows what's coming.
Like how like the well, no, it's like like how like they say like the past always connected through memories, whether you're dead or whatever, right?
Yeah. You're still
like
live on.
like in the past, are they still like kind of like semi there? Because like,
are you talking about? Like, are they like reliving the moments? Like,
are they like unconscious in a way? Like in terms like Bert is crying, but is that because Bert's Titan is now attacking Raina and everyone?
Yeah,
like, is that why he's maybe?
That could be a good way of looking at it because they're all linked to each other.
That's what I think it is. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Aaron
I think he knows what's
originally about Armin. Taking influence from Bert.
But
in terms of his
he's still kind of there in a weird way. Yeah. So like, is he like we was like saying as if like as you said like he's kind of there in Armin, but are they actually kind of there in the past? Like literally, like all those characters, all their old like Titan shifters and stuff.
Be
like somewhat in their, like, their soul or something,
Maybe that's how Aaron, the founder, has access to all of them.
Yeah, but
I don't want to make a comparison, but it's kind of like one for all.
What? Like, yeah, like that.
You know what
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I've already related Houston to this. With
the thing that interests me the most out of that is still to this day, even though it was fucking ages ago, is Eren Kruger knowing Mikasa and Armin.
Yes.
Like the fact that he saw ahead.
The fact that a future. Well, that was something from the future as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So,
or was that just Eren going back to then and whispering it?
That's what I'm saying. Is he manifesting inside of Kruger?
Yeah,
at that moment?
that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
So I mean, Eren be GOAT, so it could happen.
Yeah, and like as like Luke was saying, how like Eren can basically see like all of them and stuff, and he seems to be the best we've seen, I guess, at going through past people's memories. It wouldn't be surprised if he actually can see a future kind of memory from like a future Attack Titan.
It's mad that he wasn't even he doesn't like. He wasn't even the original Attack Titan, so it's kind of like the fact that he's one of the last ones.
No, yeah. Well, yeah, you'd think so. Like, especially if they are, if like the theories are to be true about Attack on Titan's ending being about like breaking Ymir's curse, then he literally would be the last Attack Titan. Yeah. So, all he knows, I don't know, man. There's so much to think about.
I don't want to say this. So, if he technically breaks the curse, would that mean everyone, or like let's say someone like Raiden, would still survive after?
That's what I'm wondering. Like,
possibly.
Yeah.
I think so. If the curse is gone, will the 13-year thing go, or will they just go? Because if they die, then
that's what I'm saying. I don't know whether if it's because obviously they already had the curse inside them when they took the powers. So I don't know. That's what I mean. Like, does the curse go away?
Check the terms and conditions.
We'd have to find out.
It's null and void on the contract now.
Armin's about to go in the paths and nuke the paths. That's how it ends.
It's non-refundable.
It's non-refundable. No, but no, that was good.
Like I said, there's so many things we still need answered in like the next 3 chapters. Ultimately,
yeah, this is it. Yeah, like especially if there is only 3 chapters, like then we like if it is 3 chapters, I actually highly doubt we might get a little bit of backstory, like a little bit. But
I think we will get a bit of backstory, but I don't know how much they can flesh out. Or they dedicate one whole chapter to backstory, and then the rest just wraps up.
If not, I swear to God, if they give me a side story, I need to know the history.
Notice how he kind of cut the whole Zeke fight. So I'm thinking next chapter we might just turn up in Eren's ass and
and Armin's already in there.
They just be about it.
What are you doing here?
Boys, if you thought it was hentai
Armin
goes... wait till next chapter.
Armin goes from being tongue to being Eren's ass. That's crazy.
Oh my God. I want to see it.
I've not seen anything more graphic.
I don't need that mental image.
What was it? But no, so obviously after that we get the iconic Colossal Titan. Gutted it's Bert, but it still looks cool because it's the Colossal Titan coming and attacking them, which is actually pretty sick to see that they managed to fit that in the final arc. That iconic.
But like I said, that can link to the whole thing where like Bert conscious is alive again.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's not in control, so that makes him sad. But like he's having to fight them lot. But obviously, then at that point, he straight up just goes for Raina and like bites him off. But obviously his mum sees that and thinks he's dead, which is kind of sad.
But by now, Raina survives so much shit.
I mean,
don't worry, your son's okay.
To be fair, it would be quite fitting that because of Raina, Eren saw his mum get bit and eaten. And
it's like an opposite.
So it happened to
yeah,
Rhino.
it's like an opposite.
Like that would be. That'd be like, serves you right at the end of the day. Like,
you know what? You know what I find very ironic?
No, it's true.
The fact that his Titan powers literally has no armor. Like the definition.
What does the armor do at this point? Like, it's very true.
Yeah. It's literally just a little bit of padding.
Yeah,
it's literally that. But then the guy has so much plot armor because of how much shit he survived.
The conscious thing is his armor. Honest to God,
this
you
is
would not be
thing.
alive about that. I can transfer my conscious throughout bones.
So the only time I feel like his armor was actually of any use was what we see in the first episode of the he does with Zeke.
Yeah, protects
where he blocks all the cannons. That's the only time I think I've seen his armor.
It's good against the attack, the literal like Servo Corps blades, and that is it.
Yeah, that's it.
Ultimately, being a ram, that's what he's good.
Yeah, he's a ram.
Yeah. But he hates the idea of
he hasn't been useful since episode 1.
Makes him an even better ram.
Knocking down one wall.
I think he was also, in a sense, a perfect way to show how, the Titans were becoming obsolete with modern technology. And
stuff.
So in that sense, he served the purpose.
Also, it's also ironic that he is the armored Titan and is meant to be strong on the outside, but he's probably the most mentally fragile one.
That is true.
Maybe it affects it. Who knows?
Maybe that does affect it, but I would say like he had all of the conflicting stuff.
As it used to be.
Imagine if he could evolve. I'm now mentally okay, so now I am doubled in armor.
No. Incoming, like he gets some Vietnam flashbacks.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He sees a wall.
He pictures Marco, and he's like, "Oh crap."
Marco, oh my god.
I do hope Marco does like haunt him to this day or something. He needs some justice, doesn't he?
But yeah, so they all get basically fucked up. Because then Colossal Titan throws him in, and this ends up how Connie ends up dangling, as Eamon was talking about. And Levi has to come in to save him because he's about to get bit. Levi kind of cuts the Titan, but gets his leg stuck, which is kind of really sad.
It's pretty much. He's already got his legs damaged as it is.
Yeah, he's damaged enough, man. Let the man go.
Man's like barely running on any fingers as it is.
Yeah, he's doing bits, but man. And then Mikasa comes in for another save.
He's basically got a broken leg now, innit?
Yeah, like he's got less fingers. His leg's even more fucked than it already was.
The man that can he's known for his mobility.
Got one eye.
He's got one eye.
He's got.
Oh man,
but they're definitely saving him for a big moment.
I'm like, man, like
to murder Zeke.
I'm hoping they're not just like wearing him down just so he because that'd be a really sad way for him to go out because he's got nothing left. Like he hasn't.
No, he's not. All the original Servo Corps are gone. He's the last.
Erwin, Harjay, everyone, it's like. And
I would be really.
He's even lost most of his ability. It's just.
But that's why his mobility. He's not got that anymore.
No.
I would be fuming if this is all to weaken him down, so it's a fairer fight between him and Zeke. I would be fuming.
Yeah. And he better fucking win.
I would be. Yeah, no. But imagine if they weaken him and he doesn't win because of I would love fuming. I'd be fuming.
Oh my god. If he went out that way, I would not be angry. As long as
the thing is, did say he wants to hurt us.
Yeah, I know.
He's already done that.
Yeah,
but for me,
he's been doing it since series 1.
For me, if it happens to Levi in that fashion, I'm just gonna flip the table. And shit, you know what I mean?
You say, for him to say that in the final exhibition interview, and the creator to say that he wants to hurt. It means saying the final chapters is going to happen. It's
not going to be a happy ending in that sense.
It wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be right. We're at least getting some sacrifice. I mean, it's literally
someone is dying. Yeah,
it's literally what Erwin says. You don't get anything without sacrifice. And
exactly. And so as deep as that is,
So
you're going to see it firsthand.
Yeah. But yeah. So. As they're in this state of Jean's just saved Reyna somewhat, Connie's kind of woke up and saved Levi after he's defended him. Mikasa, they're all kind of in the middle and kind of fucked up, and they just look around themselves and there's all these Titans spawning.
Historic Titans.
Yeah, But Mikasa, absolute G, probably actually MVP of the chapter the more I reread it, right? Because she just she saved everyone, and then she ends the chapter basically saying like, "I am strong, follow me," which I haven't actually heard properly declare something like that since series 1. When, to be fair, she was going on a suicidal charge at that point.
Most of the time, Mikasa's always been like Eren just shits on her.
And
then now she's coming out for a shell again.
The only time she'd done that kind of line before was in series 1 when she thought Eren was dead, but that was more of a suicidal charge. But I don't think this one. Obviously, this one isn't. She generally is trying to motivate everyone, which is really sick.
Yeah,
it was a really good moment.
I think also I thought what was really cool was the fact that it was Jean that was saving Reiner. Because they've had a lot of
that line, man,
conflict.
So
there was that whole line, and of all people to be there to save Reiner,
well, I was about to say
I would never have expected it to be him.
Yeah, well, I was about to say about the whole he's when Reiner's and to be fair, I don't really blame him at this point where he's just do you really think we can win? And Jean, no, he's do you think we can win? And Jean's no, to be honest, but he says
he did say that
he says yeah, but he says we're Survey Corps, me and you kind of thing.
Yeah.
He's and we don't go down without a fight kind of thing. We don't know when to give up. And I was to say that to Reiner, we were in the Survey Corps.
We're still we. It's still a we.
That hurt.
He's in that sense. He's not. He doesn't. I don't know. It's really weird, isn't it? But moving forward, it's kind of it's a last stand for humanity, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it is. And whatever happened, and now they're in this situation together, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Ride or die.
Ride or die now. Yeah. Is it this group? They might all die. But anyway, no, but yeah. So obviously we had the Mikasa bit, wings behind her, and everyone's what the fuck's going on? And then whoosh, Falco swoops in, which we kind of predicted obviously from last chapter. His name's Falco. It's been fucking what do you call it? Foreshadowed, as Lou said earlier, for ever. That there would be a Titan that could do it.
I mean, if you didn't see his name and you watched the ending of the first episode, you'd think, "Oh,
give it." Yeah,
as you said, turn
even
into...
that episode, the first time you meet him in the manga and in the anime is him looking up at the sky of the eagle or the falcon, I should say.
Yeah.
So, but no, so swoops in, kind of picks them all up, and Annie and Gabby are on the back. I just realised that as well. Gabby, obviously a very good soldier, right? But she can't use maneuver gear. Or I don't think she can.
Yeah.
She's not
I don't know. I mean, they're probably going to make her natural out of it, aren't they?
Yeah, they're going to. I was going to say that Gabby's definitely going to have a big role to play. Unfortunately, obviously we're not biggest Gabby fans.
She's going to kill Ymir.
She's going to do some massive shit, definitely. But like I said, and then I realised, wait, she's on the back of the Falcon, so they've got a plan with her, but she can't use maneuver gear unless, as you say, they just make her a natural with it. So
did she have a sniper with her?
I didn't see it. No, she was just kind of holding on to the rope thing. I think.
No, she was. It was she was sort of just holding on for dear life.
Yeah, didn't see no sniper rifle there, but I know what you mean.
It'd be interesting if she could snipe at that altitude.
She's gonna snipe Eren again, bro. Go straight for the nape. Maybe she's the one that's gonna detonate it.
It could be.
But
I mean, the thing is still there. It's not like it went away.
This is it. And PX kind of still there. She didn't get picked up. She's just kind of chilling there, on the
She's
floor.
still just still forked.
Yeah.
No. So Annie's there as well. I'm really interested to see how they use Annie now.
Yeah.
For the final fight.
Exactly.
She's gonna save Armin.
Oh, mate, I would cry. I want that ship so bad.
That would make the most sense, now, because obviously the whole relationship between them.
I would take that as the only two people that survived. I'm not gonna lie.
That's really sad to hear, Lou. But yeah,
you're trying to kill everyone else.
Everyone else.
I mean, I would take it as a consolation. Yeah. That is my point.
I just
obviously I want them all to survive.
I would like a happy ending.
I'd take it
because
I don't want Gabby to survive. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, no, that's why I said just them two.
Mikasa. Armin. Sorry, Mikasa.
That was my consolation.
Mikasa Eren's shit kind of is dying out. In terms of will it ever happen? I hope it does. Annie, Armin, I would love to see, but I feel like at least one of them is going.
One of them's gonna die.
Yeah. I feel like it's gonna be Armin, but. I will cry.
See, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if Armin's gonna go.
You don't think so?
I think he is.
I'm not gonna say he's not gonna go, because, like we've had this discussion before, never say never, and don't get your hopes up.
It is true. The most likely one sometimes doesn't, and like even in this situation, like what he was about to do in this chapter, probably would have rendered him dead. Like in terms of, like he could have nuked everyone.
if he literally turned into Colossal in the middle of all that.
Yeah, this is it. Like he probably would have died before they would have got back, kind of thing. So, and he knew that. That's why I think he was going to do it, or like why they planned for it to happen. So it's like only one, and that's why it was a plan B as well. But I don't know. But either way, being on the Falcon kind of gives them a little breather. I wonder how they're going to like approach it now. I want to see what Annie can do again. Like she was pretty mad in season 1.
They have like more mobility now because obviously
that is true.
So they can literally like drop down on Eren if they wanted to.
Yeah, having another Titan Shifter is pretty massive. But
I do think that maybe that we still have the airships, don't we?
Oh, I thought they were gone.
No, they were.
Didn't Zeke lob him? He like got rid of him in like one fell swoop. I can't remember if he got any left though. I might be wrong.
I do think the cannons are obviously going to play
a part. Yeah, after how much
just because after how much they've mentioned it, and also we saw what damage they did, especially in the anime, the first bit against Reinhard. They caused the problem.
They did cause the problem.
Whether it's only 3 or not.
Yeah.
The biggest issue is you've got a horde of Titans coming towards
you.
Yeah, no, but it's like they have support.
Yeah.
So like
they have support.
Imagine they accidentally hit Reina. That would be funny.
Oh my god.
shoot Falco out the sky. Imagine that's the fucking opening page.
They shoot Falco down.
Never seen that one before.
Like a clay pigeon.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Don't actually know what Falco looks like. Like, we can help. We're gonna shoot the
enemy
Falco.
of humanity.
Oh my god, no. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm wondering, like, as you say, like, I'm kind of feeling like the Annie saving Armin type deal. Annie's gonna go straight for Eren's hands. Get him out of there.
Go straight. She's already whipped his ass before in training.
Yeah,
so it's fine.
Oh my god, she has to make some snarky comments to Reina about how like she's better. She's got to. Like,
it's just because I'm better than you.
Yeah. But yeah, and like Gabby's in seclusion now because we know Gabby's going to do something, even if we don't want her to. Like,
sadly.
So, like, they're going to make us something.
Rhino will give.
I did find that annoying.
Maybe because that's the whole point.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that her whole goal is to be the armored. So
and maybe she'll actually get
the armored.
Maybe she'll.
Not a very good goal. Not a very good goal.
Not good goal.
I could see her becoming the armored Titan.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point of the story, isn't it, originally? But like, in this situation, it would be a bit of a weird one. Like, they can't. Do they even have a serum?
I don't know if they have it.
Like, to give to her. Like,
so she'd have to transform into.
It'd have to be like a weird thing. Yeah. Like, it has to be like a.
But the fact that I don't know if they could fit that in these 3 chapters. You know what I mean?
He'd have to throw some random shit at us. It's like,
no. She'd have to do what they did to like Yumi, where they like eat her spine. They hit her spinal fluid.
Oh no!
Which ain't happening with Rhino.
We're not doing that.
That's literally.
We don't want some raw human shit.
Yeah, I refuse.
That is literally the only way that I think she could become it without the serum.
I refuse to say armor. That is not happening.
I don't think that would happen though.
No, it wouldn't. No, but I'm saying that's the only way she could do it without a serum.
No,
yeah, without the serum, yes, but. That's very cannibalism like.
But no, I mean
he's done it before.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he hasn't done
it. Yeah, nah, trying to predict what's going to happen is actually pretty tough at this point. Even though it's like the finale type deal. Like, like as we said,
we're not any closer to working out what's actually going to happen.
I'm really happy to see them all there, like Annie and that. But I don't know how much they'll help. I don't know what the plan is now going in. How long can they stay in the air? Because like, are they just going to go straight back in, or are they going to?
I do think though Annie will play a big role in terms of saving Armin.
I think so as well. I think that's going to be that. Because she wanted to go in it, like when Armin originally. Yeah. So now that she's there, she's going to have like a mission, you know.
Exactly.
Which is, I hope it happens. And Annie Armin, like just a moment, one last moment or something would be really nice.
Yeah.
And I still want to see a League like Goat moment.
Depressing.
Yeah, or deeply depressing. I still want to see.
You might even get like a little panel with her father as well.
Yeah. That would be nice, actually. Just, like the fact that she would know that her father survived would be nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking forward to that. That's like kind of like yeah. Like I said, I would like to have like my solid prediction for next chapter, but honestly, there's so many things going around my head that I don't really know.
There's too many things that's happening right now. Yeah, like you said, like you got the whole armor situation. You got the Ymir.
We still don't know, even to say an ending. We still don't even know whether it's Ymir or Eren.
Eren, yeah.
Like, so we can't say what we think the ending could be.
I think the most solid prediction we can make so far for next chapter, based on like what we've seen in this one, is that we think that Annie will go on to save Armin in some way. I think that's like the only kind of prediction we can make.
Yeah.
But yeah, what would you rate the chapter out of 10, boys?
That has to be a
10.
That has to be a 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it?
Yeah,
it was a very good chapter.
Lots of reveals and stuff. Yeah, honestly, he's ending it right so far. Depends if he can end it right.
He can get all 10s if he does it well.
If it's true. Yeah.
End of 10.
No, all 10s, full house.
Yeah.
But with that being said, the final season has just started for anyone who doesn't know.
Check out a video on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've already, me and Iman have already talked about our thoughts on it, like in our reaction video where we reacted and we spoke about what we thought of the CG Titans and the new opening and everything. So but I rewatched it a couple of times now, and
6 yet?
No, I'm on 4 still.
Okay.
I've only watched it twice.
I watched it again that night because I wanted to see the CG Titans again, and then and then I watched it with Lou. But what was it I was going to say? Right. Well, I think the first thing is like, what were your thoughts, Lou and Luca, on the episode? I'll start with Lou.
You want to start with me first?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't mind it. I think that for a new studio having to take it over, and I think having a new studio take over a series in its final season was never ever, or was highly unlikely to get good reception, especially when everyone knows like how Attack on Titan, Wit sort of made it their own.
Yeah.
So it was never ever going to sit right with people. It was never ever going to sit right. It was going to take
adjusting, basically.
Yes, this is it. And I think that I have faith that based on everything else that Mappa has done recently, I think that long term, people will be reassured. I hope so. But for me, I don't think it was that. I don't think it was that bad. I think for someone that picked it up, and this was the first episode we've seen of theirs. Yeah, it could have been so much worse.
Definitely,
like it could have been so much worse.
I mean, I thought, what is it? I thought it might have just been me. Like, you know, the more you watch something, like me kind of force myself to like it, type of thing. But the more I watched it, the more I realized, like, I kind of adjusted and I kind of liked it. And then, and I watched someone else say it that, like, when they rewatched it, they were like, actually, the CG in that and everything like that didn't bother them as much. They actually thought it was quite good.
It's like what I said to you. Like, there was a bit that I thought I saw when I first watched it with Reiner, and then when I went back to try and find it, and I couldn't find it again. Like, I don't know what it was that didn't look right, but because of how I'm used to seeing Reiner in the Wit form and him move in the Wit form. It will take people time to get used to.
Yeah. I mean,
but then people will never ever see it. Yeah, no. His running was smooth when he's like crushing the wall. Yeah. It was like very cool.
Yeah.
But
it was quick enough.
I think that it's just going to take people time to actually adjust to the way they look, and people probably will never adjust to the way it looks.
Like some people
because they're always
I'm not saying
it's not even preferring it. It's just like being able to not let it ruin the story.
Yeah, no, this is it.
Because the story is still the same.
Yeah.
You've read the manga, so you still know it. They've not changed. It's not like a Tokyo Ghoul or like
story.
Like it's not something where they're ruining the storyline.
No,
it might not look how you wanted it to look, but you're still getting so far if he ends it well, a very, very good story.
There's two sides to that coin, right? Because if it came out and it looked like Seven Deadly Sins Series 3, then I would have a problem, like a major problem.
But then even the Seven Deadly Sins story apparently isn't that great.
Yeah, I know, but even if it had Attack on Titan story with that dog-ass animation, I wouldn't be happy. I would not watch it.
Fair.
That is true.
I want to put it out, like.
But then that's what I'm trying to say is it could have been that bad. It's not that bad.
The only thing that for me CG wise was bad was Zeke.
Zeke looked when I watched it first time, he looked really out of place.
Yeah, I just didn't like that one. I think Jaw Time they did really well.
Yeah,
I think that was the best one.
Yeah.
This was another point I was going to make.
But he's the only one. Go on, you, Jordan, because you said it to me. It makes sense.
The like everyone's saying, people saying either Zeke or Reyna is their problem. Like in terms of like they think that he's fit or whatever. The only one everyone's happy with is Galliard or like the Jaw Titan. But I'm like, that's the only one we haven't seen.
That's why you can. That's why it's easy to accept.
Yeah,
it's because you've not seen it, so your eyes aren't used to seeing it.
To argue that, I'd say Piek was done really well as well.
Piek was really good, but
Piek was very good, but
she didn't really move a lot though. Like exactly.
You didn't see her really CGI'd that much in terms of movement or
she's not really for that. But yeah, I do agree.
Where you actually saw Galliard fight. You actually saw him move, like jumping from building to building.
I'd be interested in how they do Piek actually in the future. Now I think about it, like without the armor.
I do think a lot of it. I do think a lot of the reaction or thing is
very mixed.
Based on
positive, to be honest.
What they're used to seeing it look like.
Yeah, to be honest, most of the ones I've seen on Twitter now are pretty positive kind of thing. There's just a few mixed ones in there.
But I think in terms of I think in terms of everything, maybe the CGI for people wasn't great, but in terms of like the tones of Attack on Titan that Wit had, they still continued it. So it was still gruesome. Like it was still
dark as hell.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like they kept all of the main tones of the series. They didn't ruin any of it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Like a lot of the things that made it like iconic. I think it's the best they could have done to like say emulate Wit in terms of like still keep the Wit style but add their own touch to it.
Yeah.
I feel sorry, Luca. I kind of went off on a tangent now. I was meant to ask your opinion as well on the episode. But I kind of went off on a tangent.
You guys have pretty much covered.
Yeah, I know. I feel bad now. I was like,
I was one of the people that looked at Reiner and Zeke, and it's to me, or at least my eyes, it's such a contrast. Even when I watched it for a second time, I still noticed it, and it still bugged me.
Yeah.
Because I think back to seeing Reiner's charge
episode 1
with Wit un-CG, and I think back to Zeke's, baseball pitch un-CG.
That was the hardest.
And I just think it's unnecessary because it's such a big contrast, and it takes me out of the moment. Because as Lou said, the vibe is great. It's 10 out of 10 build-ups and everything, and then as soon as I see the CG, my eyes just like, they flicker, and I'm like, what am I looking at?
One thing I will say is like, Mappa, they are 10 times better CG than Wit. So if Wit was planning on CG in this series,
that is the positive. So I'm all in all, I'm not like mad about it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is that like, I think based on Mappa's animation style, all of the series that they've done that we've seen this year, even like God of High School, now you've got Jujutsu Kaisen. They're all they are massively CG'd.
They were taking on another big one.
Chainsaw Man. Oh my god.
Chainsaw Man, that was it.
Are they? Yeah.
Oh my god.
I tried to send it to you earlier.
Mappa, the new big guns. They really are.
That is very interesting.
They're the new big guns of animation.
Some people were concerned that they were taking on too many projects, though.
I feel that. Like, I heard from someone, I don't know if this is real at all, right? But they're saying they only have like a couple hundred employees. I'm like, how are they doing all this?
That's what I mean.
There's
like,
no
if
way.
you're going to do, like, let's say Jujutsu.
Sounds like they've got that period vibes.
Yeah. And Jujutsu Kaisen's going to be 25 episodes. Like, that's still quite long.
That's what I mean. There's still a couple months left on that.
Imagine Bleach comes back and it's Mappa as well. Oh my god, imagine.
It is fair plays, but at the same time, I don't know how they can take on that many people.
When will they burn out?
I have a question. I have a question for you lot. I remember asking Jordan, and I know you told me, and I remember. I think what did you rate the episode, Luca? I know what Jordan and Eamon rated it in the reaction.
You know, I'll be honest with you, I can't actually remember, but I think it was like a 9.
You rated the episode?
Oh, you actually give it higher than us.
You gave it higher.
Yeah.
Fair play, Luca, mate.
Fair enough.
Fair play.
Because everything else was
good.
Everything else was good. It was just for those moments, you know, where I was taken out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I wanted to shout out Udo's voice actor because he really made me laugh.
He was funny, yeah.
He was really funny.
That's the thing, is they're gonna make us with the anime, like naturally. I feel like I'm not saying, because like when you're reading it, it's kind of like you got your own voices onto these characters and stuff, right? But when you watch them and you watch them do these actions, I feel like we're gonna get more connected to these, like the cadets.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I had already started to feel like I was getting more attached to Falco.
Yeah,
I do like
when
Falco.
I initially met him, you know.
Yeah,
definitely.
Even Colt.
Colt, he was
like
cool.
more in. Yeah.
I still wasn't able to like Gabby.
No,
I'm not
but then,
bro, I was shocked.
If you watch the anime without reading the manga, I think
you'd probably like.
You would have liked Gabby,
because I thought she was pretty alright this episode, but then our friend, you know Rajan Lou, you know Rajan, right?
Yeah.
He's anime only.
I do know Rajan. Yes, I do.
He knows
you mean
Luca.
the one I went uni with?
He messaged Luca the other day, and he's like, I hate Gabby. And he's never seen her before.
Well, do you know what he's done? He's clearly heard some of the previous podcasts or reviews. And he is up to date. And those are agenda.
I was so shocked, though.
But the thing is, on Twitter, you've already seen the Gabby fan accounts already. Like,
oh, yeah.
But that was guaranteed.
Mm-hmm. No, it is guaranteed. And then people are like, just appreciate her for now, but trust me.
There's two moments that happen that evolve around Gabby. And if I see anyone support what happens in them moments...
pissed.
A witch hunt is going to occur.
To be fair to Rajan, though, as someone who has spoken about anime with him quite a lot, he doesn't really like he doesn't tend to like the confident characters.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
He'd hate Vegeta.
Well,
I tried to put the Bakugo agenda on him, but he wasn't having it.
Really?
He's got a poor taste.
How far through that is he? Not that far.
I think he's on like season 3 or something.
Fuck,
Is his favourite?
Oh, he's gone.
He actually likes Deku the most.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
That's not bad. I mean, Deku's not a bad option.
No, that's fair.
I think Deku's a fair one because he does develop.
I mean, Deku needs a fan, so there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, end of the day, even popularity-wise, Deku still comes like second place.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And he's the main character of the series, and he doesn't even come top.
Bakugo dominates. that honestly, I was thinking no sense. I'm not getting into that conversation again. But no, the episode, for me, I thought it was alright. Like, I thought it was good. Like, we spoke more about it in the review, really.
Yeah,
or in the
check that
reaction.
video.
Check that video out if you haven't seen it. Our first time reactions to the episode that we waited so long for.
Just so you know, I wasn't in it, but I would have rated it like an 8.5.
Yeah. I rated like a 7.5 or an 8.
You did 7.5. I gave it an 8.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I think because the bits like the I think if I was anime only and I didn't know that the Titan dropping bit was coming in, that would have hit like fucking hard, and that would have been. Like,
I mean, that bit was the best bit of the episode.
So but the more I watch it, the more I enjoy it. But I think I still think like because I hold like Attack on Titan on such a high pedestal, 7.5 is still very good. Like even though I rate like other things like 9s, right? It's kind of like different. Like I haven't rewatched the other episodes. I've rated 9s like 4 times.
I mean, you have to hold the 10s and all that for later episodes because we know what's going to happen.
And
on top of that.
And if they really pull it off, Mappa, if they really pull those moments off, my God, I'm so ready.
We're quite a few coming up soon.
I do believe as well that the CG will calm down in future episodes. I think it's
the PV,
probably
actually.
A premiere thing.
Yeah.
You know.
I think we are going to get certain 2D moments, mainly because I rewatched.
They sold everyone a massive dream.
Yeah, I rewatched the PV, right, and lots of it, like the 8 Titan bit and the thing, didn't look CG. Also, the bit with the Warhammer Titan didn't look CG. So maybe not. Also, do you think we're going to get because like the Jean bit at the end, which I love,
yeah,
because that bit is anime only, do you think as we lead up to the episode with Eren in the basement and Reina, do you think we're gonna get like the end of kind of like we're gonna gradually get everyone, like we're gonna see everyone in Mali at the end of each episode in the lead up
in a suit? Oh, that would be dope.
like like maybe in one episode we'll get Connie and Sasha or something. Like,
right, like kind of like a build up of teasers.
Build up, of each character.
That would
like
be cool.
Obviously, that would be sick.
I think that would be a good one.
Yeah.
I actually hope that. Damn you! I hope that happens.
So do I, right? Yeah, like because that ending sinking in as well looks like it's so cool. Like the ending sinking in as like
I do find it weird that Jordan said to me the other day. He was like, "I really like it when endings transition in like when the anime kind of, like, transitions into the endings. It syncs. So like the animation is still rolling as the ending's going on, like the credits, and then like
Attack on Titan.
We watch this one. It's like Attack on Titan. The next anime that comes out, the next season, it does it, and it's Attack on Titan.
Ages. Yeah, that was so cool. I rate it, and I hope, like I said,
They'd be listening to Jordan. I'm telling you that now.
I hope I haven't put false hopes in Luca's head, but that's what I'm hoping on. Like we get a bit of Sasha, Connie, and stuff. And
it's guaranteed you.
Maybe like Levi and Hanjay or something walking past. That'd be sick, man. Like
stop.
And then because to be fair, right, the episode that it goes on break on is meant to be when Eren first meets Falco, like when he's on the bench and he's like, "Hey." Like, so imagine if that's the end of that episode and we've had the build-up with the other characters. That'd be mad. Anyway, I'm kind of like fangasming, but...
I digress.
Nah, I really enjoyed both. I'm really looking forward to an Attack on Titan field a few months now. But if you
Christmas
enjoyed
is
this...
about to be crazy.
Yeah, it fucking is. But no, if you enjoyed this podcast, then please consider subscribing. We do this every week, every Wednesday at the moment. And we do, as we mentioned before, we do reactions to Attack on Titan and we do reviews of the chapters. So if you're interested in any of that, then please stay tuned and let us know you like it by leaving a like. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Fillersophical podcast, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.
See ya.